You know, living with you, it hasn't been easy. People see me, but they think of you. Now with all this going on, this is gonna be worse than ever.
It don't have to be.
No, sure it does.
Why? You got a lot going on, kid.
Oh, what, my last name? That's the reason I got a decent job. That's the reason why people deal with me in the first place. Now I start to get a little ahead. I start to get a little something for myself. And this happens. Now I'm asking you as a favor not to go through with this, okay? This is only gonna end up bad for you, and it's gonna end up bad for me.
You think I'm hurting you?
Yeah, in a way you are.
It's the last thing I ever wanted to do.
I know that's not what you want to do, but that's just the way that it is. Don't you care what people think? Doesn't it bother you that people are making you out to be a joke and that I'm gonna be included in that? Do you think that's right? Do you?
You ain't gonna believe this. Well, you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm always gonna love you no matter what. No matter what happens. You're my son, you're my blood. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life.
So this is what mages outside the village can do. Even as much as I've trained my body, I don't stand a chance.
You see, boy, it's no use. Thanks for playing, though.
It's not over. I'm not done. I will be the Wizard King.
The Wizard King? You're joking. The thing is, these chains can measure the magic power of anyone they come in contact with, and you have none. Not a single drop. You were probably born that way. I guess this explains why you didn't get a grimoire. To possess not the slightest bit of magic in a world where magic is everything? Why, that makes you a rare and precious bird indeed!
If that's true, then no matter how hard I push myself, I'll never be able to use magic.
You know, I really can't think of anything more pitiful. Forget about becoming the Wizard King. You'll be lucky to just get a job. I bet your friend the genius over there is having a good laugh at your expense right about now. This world is no use for someone like you, a poor magicless fool. You might as well give it all up right now. You were born a loser, you worthless runt.
Yeah, he's right. No matter how hard I try, I guess there are some things that just aren't possible. So I might as well give...
Hey! Who are you calling a loser? You're wrong about Asta Remji. Very wrong. Asta's no loser. He's my rival! This is who you would claim as your rival. The only person in the world without magic?
Sorry you had to see me at such a weak moment, you know. Just give me a second.
That's all! Then I'll destroy this guy! Even without traditional magic power, I will be the Wizard King!
Hey. What you doing here? Don't you have practice?
Not anymore, I quit.
Oh. Well, since when are you the quitting kind?
I don't know, I just don't see the point anymore.
So you didn't make the dress list. There are greater tragedies in the world.
I wanted to run out of that tunnel for my dad. To prove to everyone that I
Prove
worked...
what?
That I was somebody.
Oh, you are so full of crap. You're 5 feet nothing. 100 and nothing. And you got hardly a speck of athletic ability. And you hung in with the best college football team in the land for 2 years. And you're also gonna walk out of here with a degree from the University of Notre Dame. In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen. Now go on back.
I'm sorry I never got you to see your first game with you.
Hell, I've seen too many games in this stadium.
I thought you said you never saw a game.
I've never seen a game from the stands.
You were a player?
I rode the bench for 2 years. Thought I wasn't being played because of my color. I got filled up with a lot of attitude. So I quit. Still not a week goes by, I don't regret it. And I guarantee a week won't go by in your life you won't regret walking out, letting them get the best of you. You hear me clear enough?
You thought you could be Hokage? It's absurd. Never. These eyes of mine show me many things. One thing they've shown me. People's limitations are set, fixed, and unchangeable. Only a fool wastes his time trying to become something he can never be.
A fool, huh? Not this crap again! Who are you to judge what a person can or can't be?
Do you think anyone can be Hokage? That all it takes is a little hard work? Open your eyes. Of all the shinobi in all the world, think how few ever become Hokage. They were born destined to be Hokage. It's not something you become merely by trying to become it. They were chosen by destiny.
So what? You can think that way if you want. People always tell me I just don't know when to give up!
I have now struck all 64 of your chakra points. You're lucky to still be breathing.
Come on!
Well, must be frustrating to realize how utterly hopeless it all was. This little dream of yours. You thought you could succeed through hard work alone. That's only an illusion.
No way!
How could he?
I told you. I just don't know when to give up.
Proctor, it's over. You're a failure.
Wait! Don't walk away from me! I'm not done yet! I don't quit! And I don't go back on my word! That's my Nindo, my ninja way!
You impudent little brat. I have blocked all 64 of your chakra points. How are you planning to keep fighting when you can't use your chakra against me? Proctor, this has gone on long enough. I suggest you stop the match. If he's foolish enough to continue to fight, I will not be responsible for what happens to him. It's pointless, I told you. Why bother? You have no chakra to use.
'Cause people called me a failure. I'll prove them wrong.
Sorry, but this is reality. You're a failure. This match is over. I should have guessed you'd use that shadow clone jutsu. It's your specialty after all. I was careless.
For the record, I failed the graduation exam 3 times. 'Cause there was this one jutsu that was always on the exam, and it tripped me up every time. It was the one jutsu that I just couldn't master. My clones were pathetic. That's right, I flunked the Shadow Clone Jutsu every time. So don't come whining to me with this destiny stuff. And stop trying to tell me you can't change what you are. You can do it too, 'cause after all, unlike me, you're not a failure.
Philippians chapter 4 verse 13 I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me.